What's up, guys? It's Cyan. We're back, and I'm just gonna go right into this, and we're gonna pretty much talk about the events and figure out if the events are cool this time around, what we're gonna do, and we're gonna talk a little bit later on about just the recent events in the community because people keep leaving me comments and want me to comment on it, so we're gonna do that. All right, so we're going to the events, and you see, try your luck. It's always the same thing. You have the daily recharge. And the daily recharge is somewhat interesting. It has Hokage Minato, as you can see right here, 4 Hokage. It's somewhat interesting to me because you get 10 pieces right here, 16 pieces right here at 6,000 accumulated recharge. So if you do that every day, let's see, 16. Pretty much what you need is 6 days. You need 6 days, and you can get, I believe it's 80 pieces. Yeah, he's 80 pieces, so you need 6 days at 6,000. So that's gonna basically be let's see here, 3,000. Oh, 30. Wow. I was just thinking about the money overall on this, just to do that every day, and that's a little bit cheaper than what he was before, but is he worth it at the end of the day? I think Jonin Minato is worth that. I don't think Hokage Minato is worth that. He looks cool. It's good that you can transform into him and stuff like that. If you have the money to spend on that, by all means, go for it. All right, so we have the Land of Lightning treasure, as you can see right here, and it has Conan in there, which you basically can buy straight out. That's about around $70 for her. Same thing with Pain Chukashudo, and Choji's a little bit cheaper than that at 32. I mean Choza, not Choji. But I will buy this seal scroll because I always get it when it's that, because that's just a cheaper overall. I don't really care about summoning scrolls, and you have a defense magic hammer that you can take advantage of if you actually need that. All right. So next up, we have the colorful balloons, and just use. Yep, because I kind of don't care. Got 10, and that's enough. And you see right here in the redeem, we have interesting things again. We have Tobirama Senju, which is the second Hokage. You have Danzo Shimura right there. And you have Mifune, which Mifune is actually pretty good. He's pretty good overall. You also have down here Purification Runes. You have medium refinement runes, and you have mood scrolls. All right. So what I would suggest overall for this is, unless you actually positively have a hard on for getting Tobirama, skip it. Danzo and Mifune are more worth it overall if you need pieces for them, or you want to get some to 4 or 5 stars, something like that. And if you need power, should definitely worry about Purification runes and medium refinement runes. Now the mood scrolls are also a pretty good thing, and me personally, I'm just worrying about my refinement right now, so I'm just going to be using stuff on refinement, and that's what I'm just going to spend it on. You have the mystery fruit back up again, and it's basically like if you want to go and mess with this. Me personally, I kind of don't even pay attention to this anymore. It's not that it's bad, it's just that I don't really need the stuff in it. Maybe lower level characters, maybe you guys want to partake in that and you can get some use out of that, but I don't really, unless they need to upgrade it. It just doesn't fit anymore at level 90. Battle Armor Panic, this does fit. This is cheaper, and if you have the money, go for it, because it is, 30% is a good discount on that, so definitely worry about that. Now's the time to actually rock with that. This event has always been solid. It's just, there's nothing else you can say about it. It's cheaper, go for it. You also get the rebate, for going through. You have group purchases where you see the gift pack and level 5 Magic Hammer, then you get seal scrolls, this much. I'm on this. You get 40 seal scrolls and a fixed drop. A fixed drop, and you get random drop on stuff like this. I feel that this should be just a little more. I don't know, maybe it's just me. It feels like that should be a little bit more on that. And you see 50 players, seal fragments, 200 players, and then 500 to get seal scroll. Alright, so you have the monthly pack right here, and then for some reason it's usually never all the way down there. It's usually above that, but it's fine. You have your Let's see here. I have scrolls, so let's just open up all the scrolls. And somehow I just did not get T or O, which is just interesting. All the way around. There we go. Alright, so I did end up being able to get 2. Last one, let's do that whole set, and let's do that whole set. So we'll go into redeem. And in here, this is weird. I don't know why anybody would do that. Or this, unless you're low level. Like if you're low level, then this makes sense. But right here, I feel that there should be more. They should have blue and purple or pink. Is that pink? I think it's pink. They should have the more advanced ones down there. Same thing. It should be more in here. I can't see actually spending anything on this. So the only thing that I would tell you guys to do is just get keys. It's power. It's whatever. Anything else in here, I'm just like, no. Unless you, for whatever reason, want to get a summoner scroll, but no, like the game gives you enough of those, and they're cheap. So coupon wise, like I just now the protection runes maybe if you want to keep spamming out and try to get those special stats, but I'm just getting keys, and then you just have best strategies, and then that's it. So you also have the consumption wheel. Consumption wheel is interesting because if you feel like you want to be a badass and throw your wallet around, at the very top you get Sasuke Susanoo. Now, I like the fact that Sasuke Susanoo is there. I don't like the fact that he's the number one prize for that because, bruh. Now, unless, like, say something like Lady Nikki. Lady Nikki already has him, so maybe she want to go 4-star or something like that. And I don't know, is she 4? She should have it 4-star already by now. But if she wants to go 4-star, then that makes sense for her to try to get up in here and be number 1. But I don't really see it being that useful. Like Susanoo Sasuke is pretty good, but I just don't feel he should be the top prize. Maybe Minato should have been here. Maybe even Ninetales, Chakra, Naruto, or maybe Susanoo Itachi. That would be good, or but not I. But I don't know. Is what it is. Let's see what I get right here. All right, so I got Moose Girl. If you are feeling like you want to spend that money, spend that money. Why not? Like why not let that fly? Spend that money. Let's see. Have you tried one time at top? I'm not gonna be in this top ranking, probably like ever. I just don't see it in my future right now. There is some good stuff here. Like I get maybe a seal scroll. You can get that for cheap or something like that. Let's rock that one time. See what happens. I get 2 shurikens for that. And I got the seal scroll. Now that's some cheese right there. For 20 ingots. That is some cheese right there. That's YouTube luck. Alright, so here's what I want to talk about. The overall in the community, people are panicking a little bit, and it's I guess it's justified because you see how North America has like a stigma right now, and Oasis has a stigma. And I tried my hardest, guys. I really tried my hardest. You see me, I've made several videos telling them. I talked to the person in charge, and I don't know what else to say at this point because like. I guess they feel they know better when it doesn't look like that. But what else can I say? Because and here's the thing. All these companies, they make these browser games and then they see the money that happens off of, these servers. Like people come in, they want to spam the servers. So they make more servers. And they end up trying to say, okay, now we got all these, coupon events and everything else is just like, okay, we got 40 people to come into this new server and spam out stuff. But then after that, after you get those 40 initial people to come in and spam on those new servers, and they'll open up another 10 servers, and then they'll open up another 10 servers and another 10 servers. What ends up happening is now you have, even if you have 1 million people playing this game, now you have all those 1 million people spread out across 400, 500 servers. That's not going to help the growth of your game. What it's going to do is it's going to cause an imbalance. Yeah, you're going to get money in the beginning, but in the long run, you're going to lose money. And that it's happened over and over again for the past 15 years from Pocky Ninja down to this game. You would think that somebody somebody at this point in time would say, hey, you know what? That format does not work. But that is not happening. We have watched over and over, and this is not even something that anybody can dispute. If you look at all these games, look at 3-2-1 games. If you guys remember how many games 3-2-1 games had where they did that exact thing, and how many of them have closed down, how many people have been salty, how many people have been upset. Look at R2 games. R2 games does the same thing. Only a few games that have lineage, say something like Wartune or League of Angels or something like that, can survive stuff like that. That's the only games that can survive every single other game that has been like that in history. All the anime pirates, anime ninja, Pocky Ninja, all that type of stuff. Like, they've all one by one faltered and fell out. And what even goes further than that is that the multiple language games, they can't survive. Now, that brings me to the French version where they said the person got fired, that one of the community people got fired, and the community is just like, whatever, it's doing, people are just going around their way. When you not only spread your community out over 400 and 500 servers like an idiot, because it's just idiotic at this point. It's not a good business practice. I don't know if Asians are just one track minded, or they don't want to listen. They think that they know better than everybody else, but I don't know what's going on when it comes to that. But when you already spread your community out from your core, then you turn around and open up multiple languages. Like, there's just not enough people for that. And is it just me at this point that sees the foolhardiness and all that? You have French version, you have Spanish version, you have the Chinese version, you have the Russian version, you have the what is it, Brazil? I think Brazil. You have Taiwan. You have all these different versions, and then they have all those different servers. You have fragmented your money and your people so much that the balance of every single server is just broken. Now you broke the balance in the entire game. A game that should be $1 million seller, that they could be $1 billion seller if it was done properly. You now broke it. It's broken, and the only way that you can fix it is close the servers, which they won't do. You have to close the servers. You have to smash everybody back together again. That won't happen. That's the only way to fix this. That there's no, let's do this. And you can have bad business practices and all that type of stuff, but if everybody was together and actually playing together and it was good competition, you had people vying for stuff, you had literally this is going to suck for people who are used to it right now, like say like everybody in like S1 through 10 who's used to a certain type of thing. But the only way for the game to properly survive and be around for a longer period of time is that you have to put all the community back together again, because they spread it out. That's how you make money. That's how you keep everybody motivated, because you're going to have people in together. You're going to have guilds actually vying for each other. It's going to actually be fun. You can't just cakewalk stuff because the server is barely like anybody's there. You have one guild that just smashes everybody over and over again for 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 months, and there's no way for anybody else to catch up, really. Let's be honest. That's just what it is. You have like 1 or 2 guilds that are going to be like that. There's nothing anybody else could do about that except for people to actually come in. You actually need a concerted effort. Like just a combined effort from multiple gamers actually to spend money to actually overturn something like that, which just does not happen. That doesn't happen. There's no way for that to happen. So at this point right now, that's why I'm a little bit disenfranchised with North America, because they're not going to listen. There's nothing they can do about this right now. It's just going that the same way that you're seeing the other servers with the different languages start to falter and fall apart is going. The same thing is happening in North America. We all see these servers. People say, "Hey, well, S1 is still lively and all this." No, it's not. Come on, and the people got mad the last time. Say it's not. People don't talk nearly as much as they used to anymore. People don't play nearly as much as it used to be. We're probably like 1/10 of what we were in the prime, where it was just packed. There was like literally it was almost 20 guilds that were active. There's like 6. Now, 6 active guilds is not a striving community in S1. So I don't care I don't know whoever told you that like this is really striving right now. They're lying to you, because it's just not. It really isn't. Every server is like that. Every single server, there's like probably like maybe 5 or 6 guilds that are active, and everybody else is just stragglers, just chilling. That's how it is. Now, my advice for everybody is just to have fun. That's all I play this game for now. When you see me streaming, I'm having fun. And the only I'm actually having more fun not trying. If you guys notice, I'm streaming more because it's more fun not trying, to be honest with you, and just having fun and just playing and seeing who you could beat, rather than saying, "Oh my God, I got to do this, I got to top up here," and stuff like that. That ain't worth it. In my opinion, it's not worth it. Like who the heck even cares at this point? It's like I don't see. Like, I wish that China actually allowed you to have an option where you could change it to English. And I would never play North America again. I'm being totally honest. Because the Chinese version actually runs the game properly. They make changes, and they make changes according to balance and actually keeping everybody happy and free to play balance. And they're not dicks, and they're not greedy. So if I ever find a way to change everything in the Chinese version to English, I'm straight up quitting the North American version. If not, thinking about quitting the North American version, period. And that's sad because it's my native language. I can still partially read Chinese, but at the same time, I'm just kind of like, you can talk to Saudi but so much that they just don't listen. So unless Oasis decides to, hey, we need to start acting like China, there's nothing else to be said at that point, which is why I slowed down me playing in North America. I slowed down me spending. I still advise, if people like playing the game, you don't have to be me, you don't have to listen to me, and I will still advise you the what you should spend on, how you should spend it on, just so you don't end up wasting your money and having buyer's remorse and stuff like that, because I hate to see gamers be upset. Like, if been watching this chat while I'm talking to you guys, there's people upset right now. Hey, the reason why when these certain guys are upset is because the balance is broken. The balance is balance is very hard to do in a free to play game, but China does it. Like, look how many I have. 105 characters in China. I can fight anybody my power level and beat them. You guys watch me do it every single day. I'm fighting people stronger than me because I know I'm going to beat people at my power level. So I'm actually going above my power level. You see, I don't fight anybody weaker or around my level. I want to fight somebody 4,000, 5,000 power level stronger, see if I can beat them. That's what, like, the actual ability to do that in China is what North America does not have. And that has nothing to do with the systems. That's just because it's the overall balance of how they put the game together. Now, North America, you can get to that. You can get to that. What you should be rushing is this, like, you should be rushing the skill books. You should be rushing the skill breaks. I would rush that. I would put that. I would straight up change. I would push the game to that point. Massive update. Do update like 2.5, 3.0 and push the game to that. That is what I would do if I was North America. If you want to alleviate most of the problems and most of the stuff that people are pissed off about as far as balance, push out the skill books and push out the skill breaks, and that would even the playing field a little bit more so people actually have a fighting chance and just don't want to quit. Then you can start doing all these different languages and all this other type of shit. You be fine. That's all you guys got to do. So I apologize for this being like 20 minutes. Usually I don't do that on this type of video, but I just wanted to get that out, and that's my suggestion. They probably won't do it. They probably will try to milk this as far as they can milk it until there won't be anybody left to milk. So is what it is at this point. I will catch you guys in the next video. Once again, the same rules apply. If this video gets to 100 likes, you get 2 videos the following day. It is all good. You will probably see me streaming today. I do not know, because right now China is still down. They're doing some big update or something like that, or I believe, and China's still down. So I don't know what's going on with that, if I'm even going to be able to play today. But if not, I'll be streaming something else. So I'll catch you guys in the next video, and peace.